So at Ahead of the Wave AI, we help organizations, mainly big ones, to integrate artificial intelligence into their operations. And I want to talk today about the way we do that with clients. And I want to do this in a way that you can start doing that. The first most important thing maybe is don't give it to IT. Don't give it to a department. Don't let AI, the development department, the IT department, don't delegate it as a business leader. You need to understand integrating artificial intelligence into your organization is not a technical challenge. It is a transformative challenge. The way you need to think about it and the way you need to look at it is a change challenge. How do I change my organization so that it will start using AI and start changing the rules of the game? The framework is not. So we have a theoretical framework that we developed, and in order to be able to share this with you, we've done all the mistakes you can do. I put emphasis on the fact that it's a theoretical framework. It has to be, because all the companies are different, all the contexts in which a company is operating, the markets, the employees, the current situation, they differ. So you need a theory that you can then apply to the specific situation and the specific organization. This is hard work, but that's the only way you can do it in a way that it's tailor-made then for every company. So our Ahead of the Wave AI transformation framework, basically it's 2 steps. First is creating AI literacy and integrating AI. And the second step is transform your organization. Today I focus on the first part. How do you create AI literacy? How do you integrate it? And this is basically 3 steps. Step number 1, the most important maybe. Focus on the executive level of your organization. Before doing anything else, you need to make sure that the people who have the formal power in your organization, that they are AI literate, that they understand the technology, that they accept that this is a transformation that is coming now, and that they accept that they have no choice but integrating it. Nobody asks you if you should integrate AI. You will integrate it. The same way you integrate electricity, power, the internet, mobile communication, all the other foundational technologies. So first step is educate your executive level. You can start by providing them with a workshop. We do this often in 4 hours, sometimes in 1 or 2 days even. Provide them with the knowledge, with the common perspective, so that my leadership team, the board, all together we consist of 30 people who have the formal power here in this big organization. Those 30 people, you need to provide them with the same perspective and the same level of knowledge when it comes to AI. That's the first thing you do. It's understanding, accepting, this will come. It's a foundational technology. We need to integrate it. How do we do that? It's not a technical challenge, it's transformation. And then you need to provide them with a model. It sounds very easy, but it's not it's not obvious for all the clients we work with. After that, you need to provide them with a ChatGPT account for everybody, or a Gemini or a Claude. I don't care. Whatever frontier model, give them to your leaders and give them tasks. Please play around with it. Please put it on your smartphone. Please use it privately and in business. Here are the framework. Here are some rules when it comes to data security and all that. It's not about creating instant value. It's just about those people who steer your organization. They need experience. They need first-hand experience using this kind of technology. You cannot delegate it. The very first step is we create a leadership team that is AI literate. Let's say we've done it. Wonderful. Your leadership team knows now about AI. They use a model. They already save time. They become more efficient. They have plenty of ideas how to do it, where it could change the business. Wonderful. Next step is those leaders need now to sit down and focus on how do we change our organization so it can do the same. It can accept, understand, integrate AI. And how you do is you focus first on structure, on communication, on the very classical change management tools we have. So let me break this down a little bit. This differs for the organizations depending on size, how they are structured, how they build, but there are some common topics here. First is write some kind of intention letter or AI ambition or AI strategy. I don't have an opinion how you should call it, but this leadership team should put their thoughts, their perspective, their new understanding on one page and write down, we need now to integrate AI here in our organization. We do this to save jobs, to free us from boring and soul-sucking tasks. We do this to become more innovative and to become competitive at the marketplace. All that. Write down why you do this now. That is an important piece. It also structures your thinking, right? It gives a goal and a vision to the company. Easy step number one. Step number two, create all those organizational structures that a company needs to start this journey. So first is create an AI team. Give the responsibility for this topic to one or two persons of the leadership team. Again, I don't care how you call it. It's the AI team, the AI task force, the AI council. I've seen many versions of that. But give this as a task, as a responsibility to one of the leaders or some of the leaders. It needs to be part of your day-to-day work. We are going to do this now. So it's as important as marketing, as production, as finances. AI is a topic here. So you create an AI team. The first thing they will do is create an AI policy, a formal framework for when you give this now, when you start this with all your employees. What is the framework? What are the boundaries in which they can use AI? And it's not so important that you do it very wide. Hey, you can use this model and you can throw in every there. We made sure data security is no problem. All the sensitive data is okay because we bought the right model. Or you do it like a bank client of mine. They said, we need to figure out the data security thing. We are still very worried. So they have a very restrictive frame in the beginning where they said, use it privately as much as you want. Use it in marketing, in sales, and some other topics, because those are topics that go out into the world anyway, but don't use it for anything else. So they have a small frame. They build a small playing ground for the company. That is not so important. Is it wide? Is it small? But you need to make it clear. So people need to very clearly know that is the vision, that is the team, and this is how I can use AI, and those are the things I cannot do with it. So this kind of clarity to make them feel safe and they can use it in a responsible way is super important. I call those the formal structures. So a team, policy, and then you have some informal things. So think about, you have 8,000 people in your company and you will find a lot of AI enthusiasts there. You will see this topic creates with some people so much motivation, intrinsic motivation, that they start using, experimenting and all this with it, and you need to build a home for them. So I call this informal, and what I mean by this most often is create some kind of AI community. This can be as easy as, here is a Microsoft Teams channel, or 2 or 3, where all those enthusiasts can ask questions, they can talk about their ideas, they can share and meet. So you connect those AI enthusiasts. And to the informal part, I count also a communication framework, an FAQ. What is it? How will we talk about AI? When a client asks, do you use AI in your company? What do we respond? So you see, all this, after we made the leadership team AI literate, the next step is build a working context where you can unleash artificial intelligence. And by unleash, I mean you build the playing ground as small or as big as necessary, and then you give it to the organization. So, and that is the next step. The next step is you came up with an idea. How do we empower now everybody? Maybe you have an internal team. Maybe you have an external provider, like we do for our clients. Maybe you do a mixture of both. But you need to have a plan. How do we empower now everybody in the organization? Those machines are universal, thinking engines. No matter the job, no matter the department, it doesn't even matter if people work with a laptop or not. You will benefit if you teach people about this new technology and if you provide them with a model. You can start in thousands of different ways. So some companies start by department, some do by, hey, who wants to learn it, and people raise their hands. Some do it by everybody from the beginning. We have a plan here, dozens of workshops a week. Everybody will be trained, everybody gets a model. This is the most exciting part. What happens then? So I'm very often then called, or I have meetings with business leaders. Recently one with a leader from a big construction group. So it's dozens of companies. It's a big construction group. And he said, Chris, it's so amazing. It feels like we are a startup. It's buzzing here. It is exciting. People run around and show themselves stuff they do with ChatGPT. And everybody is happy because no matter your position and also your level in the company, this machine can help you do your work. Even if it's just, hey, it writes complicated emails for me. It summarizes stuff. It helps me in social media, in planning, in calculating finances and making plans, strategies, whatever. There is value for everybody in here. And by creating this structure and framework for your organization and then unleashing it in a smart way, you will gather all those low-hanging fruits. So I am never asked, never am I asked, what is the return on invest of this, Chris? When we created an AI literate leadership team, nobody asked that question. So let me summarize. We have three basic steps to make your company AI literate and to integrate it. Those steps are: focus on the leadership team, AI literacy at the C-level. Step number 2 is you build a structure, you build framework, intention letter, policies, responsibilities, data security, cyber security, ethics, whatever you need. You make it as clear as possible. This is the frame in which we now start using AI. And step number 3 is unleash it into your organization. Train everybody. You need to find a solution internally, externally, a mixture. How do I now empower everybody here? And what you will have as a result is an organization that frees itself from all the time-consuming, soul-sucking, all the tasks that are, to say it frankly, not worth of a human's time. And I said in the beginning, this is like the first big phase, those 3 steps. You have now an organization that is AI literate and that is starting to using at least one big frontier model. And the next big phase, and that is actually the important one, is what does that change? So we ask then, after a couple of months, our clients, what kind of task you stop doing now? Because with AI, it's not longer worthy of a human's time. What do you stop? And they have we stopped doing this kind of summaries, meeting notes, creating work plans, calculating some offers. There's so many tasks that they already stopped working. And we ask them that, what else? What will you stop doing? Because now the machine is doing it. That's a very nice thing. Much harder is the question, what impossible thing can you do now? What did this technology, what ideas do all the people have? Hey, now that I understand what AI can do, I also see there's a new thing I can do that would have been impossible before. So in this phase, what I love to do with my client is second chance workshops. We came up with this concept, and the second chance workshop is we gather a group of people from a department or a mixture, doesn't matter, and we ask them, bring all the ideas, all the projects, all the strategic things you decided in the last 3 years that you could not do due to no time, no people, not enough budget. Bring them and let's evaluate them again. Is it possible now that we have AI? Is it suddenly, it doesn't matter that we don't have enough people because AI is doing most of the work. And always we end up with a big list of, oh my God, we can do all of this now. Or another thing we do is we do an agency screening. It's a little bit of the dark side also of this, right? We go into a big organization We just recently did it with a pharma organization, a multinational pharma organization, and we asked them, bring all your suppliers, your law firms that work for you, your marketing firms, your consulting firms, your software development firms, and let's check what can they do now for you and what can you suddenly do in-house because you have no AI. So also from the other side, the agency, of course, have a hard time right now because they see already, my clients also that are in this business see my business is shrinking. Like the 40% of nice cash flow task, the easy things that client asked for every week, every month, very constantly, they are gone. Because companies suddenly realize, oh, I can do this in-house. The time I need to brief somebody for that is the same time that I could do it myself now with AI. But I think about this part, the second phase, the transformation, the exploring this new AI land for your organization, I will talk in the next video about that. Thank you.